Hey, how's everybody doing? Alright, got a new build for you. This is the Hydra electric guitar. It's Van Halen tribute guitar. Van Halen owned this back in the day. And it's going to be bright yellow. Taxi cab yellow they call it. And I'm going to leave the neck maple with recycled neck. And I'm going to leave the headstock pretty much the same shape, except for I'm going to color the top yellow and then with my logo. And it's going to be pretty cool. And actually the volume knob is actually here on the side. And then the input jack is right here. So that's pretty straightforward. Strap bridge with a tremolo right here. Single active pickup right here. So this is going to be a pretty cool build. Fairly simple compared to the guitars I've been building lately, but it's still going to be very killer. I mean, reminiscent Eddie Van Halen, definitely an influence, kind of paying homage to his guitar collection from back in the day. But yeah, there we go. It's going to be another epic build, so stay tuned. I'll bring everybody along for every step of the way. And we're going to go tomorrow. It's late tonight. It's about 8:30 on Friday. So tomorrow I'm going to cut the wood out and get everything ready. But it should be another killer build. Alright, we'll see you soon. Good morning, everybody. Alright, let the Hydra electric guitar, we'll call this the Van Halen Hydra electric guitar build, start. These are the tools I'm going to be using. I'm going to be cutting out 3 layers. I'm going to be doing a Strat style bridge with a tremolo. So I'm going to have the 2 of the thinner layers and then 1 of the thicker layers, which I'll get showing. But anyway, we'll see you in the next step, tracing it out on the wood. Alright, another quick update on the Eddie Van Halen Hydra guitar. I got all the layers of wood screwed together there temporarily, and I'm going to cut it out. Alright, we'll see you next time. Alright, how's everybody doing? Another quick update. I got it cut out. It looks good. It's a very unique shape. It's going to look cool. Bright yellow. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah. I'm going to try to make it just, since I have such a small body, I did, opt for it to be a little bit thicker than just a hair thicker, maybe, an 1/8 of an inch thicker than a normal guitar body, just so it doesn't have any issue with neck dive and everything like that. Plus, I'm going to install the strap bridge for the tremolo. I want to give myself plenty of room that way. But yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Relatively simple cut compared to some of the ones I've been cutting lately. But yeah, it's still going to be a killer guitar. It's going to be interesting. The volume knob's going to be right there. Input jack, the strap button, and then the other strap button's actually going to be in the back on the through the plate, the metal plate, the neck plate pocket. So yeah, just a quick update. It looks pretty sweet. I'll update you. I'm going to do rounding on the edges on the front and the back, and then we'll get back with you. Alright, going to put a bevel around the whole guitar here. I showed you this on a previous build. Yeah, just on the side, on the top and the bottom. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Alright, it's time to cut out the neck pocket. I drew out where I'm going to cut. There's the neck, and see you in a bit. Alright, neck pocket is cut. This is going to be a sweet guitar. Look at that. That's pretty killer. Alright. The Eddie Van Halen Hydra electric guitar build is moving along. Alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, another quick update. I always cut an easy neck pocket. Just it raises the bridge up a little bit, raises the neck in the pocket. And I took the from with the cutout, and then I cut a thin piece, and then I'll glue that there, and it lifts up the neck a little bit because we're gonna have a 2-point floating strat bridge for the trem this time. I'm not gonna do the standard trem like with the the 6 screws that go into the body, I'm going to have the 2 separate points, so it's going to need to be a little bit higher, which is good. It's going to give a little bit more clearance for the EMG active pickup. So yeah, so this will be perfect, but that means I'll have to countersink on the back. I'll have to take out about so much so the screws for the neck will have enough room to seat in the neck. But anyway, I'll glue this in with some super glue, CA glue, and I'll be right back. Alright, another update. I got the neck pocket set on the front. Let me show you that. And it's perfect. I got the body filler. It's in perfect position. Lined up exactly where it needs to be for the bridge. But because I raised the bridge, or raised the neck pocket, I'm going to have to take out some in the back so I have enough girth with the screw to catch the neck. So when you put your screws into your plate, you want to have enough girth to catch the catch everything, so you're good to go. And see how it's fatter there, I'm gonna take off to that line, so this will give it plenty of girth, and when it goes, the screw goes into the neck, it'll have enough to grab it, but not too much where it weakens the stability of the body. So we'll catch you on that. So I'm going to Dremel this down about a good 1/8 of an inch, and this will sit in there actually flush, or a little bit lower than flush, and it'll give it a cool effect too. So alright, we'll see you in a bit. Hey, good evening. How's everybody doing? I just got another quick update on the Van Halen Hydra electric guitar. I added a cool little touch to the guitar. I countersunk the I explained in an earlier clip that I countersunk the back plate for the neck, but actually it's pretty cool. I put body filler, and when I countersunk it, I added this lip to it, so it's pretty cool. So it's completely countersunk, and I think it adds like a really cool touch. I'll sand all this and make it smooth and everything like that. I'll sand the sides and make it all uniform, and then when I do the wood filler, when I get to that stage. But I just wanted to show you this real quick. It's really cool how it turned out like that. Sometimes you just kind of on the spur of the moment, you kind of do things, and I think that is really cool. And when it's painted and it's bright taxi cab yellow, it's gonna look pretty sweet. Yeah, but here's the I got installed the neck and everything like that, and I got to cut all everything. I got to do everything else, and I'll go through the process of that. But I did get the parts today from Amazon. I'm going to use the 2-point Strat style Tremel, and that's going to go there. And then I'm going to have the single EMG 81 pickup, and then have black like black pickup ring, and then the black all the black stuff. I'm gonna, and the knob actually is gonna be chrome, the knob, the volume pedometer there, and then the input jack, and then but I just wanted to show you that real quick update on the Eddie Van Halen Hydra electric guitar. This guitar shape is really cool. It's kind of growing on me big time. But look at that, that's pretty sweet. That's gonna be cool. I can't wait to get this. See, that's a good thing about building guitars like this. Just anything your imagination can come up with. So, alright, we'll see you soon. Hope everybody's having a good day. Alright, another update here. I'm just spacing out exactly where the bridge is gonna be, where it sets up. Okay, I have what you do is you measure from the center of the nut there, center the nut to right beyond the 12th fret, and that's half your scale length. And if you see, I got it on the mark halfway in between right there, and then right by the 12th fret. And sometimes it's different. See, I marked it with the same thing on the other side. Sometimes you have to check both sides. Don't assume that it's the scale length that you think it is, because a lot I've done that before. I just assumed. See, I marked it there. And what you do is you line up on your halfway point and then along the frets, and then you'll see that's where I marked it. And then I also marked the line across. So I'll set the bridge, and then I'll dismantle. I'll take this bridge apart, and I'll catch back up with you, and then I'll find out where the hole needs to be and where it lines up, and then where the two posts are gonna be. So we'll get to that. All right, see you in a sec. All right, got the bridge dismantled pretty much. What I do is I leave markings to where the openings are. I just do it the straight up way. I'm sure there's a form and a jig and stuff you can find online, but I take the literal measurements. That way there's no guesswork. So then I'll take off this back piece and I line it up. See you in a bit. All right, got all the marks lined up there, and I'm gonna make the draw out exactly where the hole is gonna be for the bridge there. All right, drilling out the posts for the bridge. Using just a standard drill, and I got it marked. If you can see the red mark in there for the depth, and I try to do it as perfect 90 degrees as possible. I don't have a drill press. A drill press would be the ideal way to do it. That way you're perfectly straight up and down, but you can adjust for that. But anyway, okay, we'll see you next step. All right, how's everybody doing? Got the drill post drilled and installed. They'll be coming out, of course, but this is how the 240 bridge system, like that. Oops. And I put back the two so I could check the placement as far as the neck. But yeah, it'll float, but it'll be higher than that probably. And then you can dive bomb, and so that's how it kind of goes in the neck. And I'll install the strings to make sure. But we'll see you on the next step. Yay, cutting out the access for the bridge. Let's see if I can do this a little bit while I'm filming. Let's see. There it is, cut out. See how well it did. Alrighty, through all the layers. Go over with that piece. I'm trying to do this and it was one end. And there it is. We'll see how it lines up in a second. Alright, now I'm figuring out where I'm going to place the back cover for the bridge here. And I traced an outline of the cover lined up with the easy access, so you can, when you string it, you can go right through the cover instead of having to take the cover out to string it. So now I'm left with this. And what I'm going to do is where I usually use gauge 10 strings, 10 to 52s. So I require usually all 5 springs. So I'm going to cut out, I'm going to set it here and cut out a channel and draw it out to where my springs, and that way my claw will be here and then the springs will connect up and then the tension, All right, we'll see you on the next step. Alright, got my claw set. I drew out where I'm going to cut out on the bottom layer. And I got my spring tension. And I'm probably going to use longer screws just so I have a little extra tension. And we'll see after I'm going to cut it out on the scroll saw. And we'll see you in a bit. Alright, getting ready to cut out the excess cavity for the claw on the bridge. And we'll see you in a minute. Looking good. Alright, got it cut out, looking good. I'll take out a saw and give it a whirl, see what it looks like. Alright, looking good. Yeah, the claw's Yeah, seeing how I'm going to countersink because, you know, I got the whole countersink theme going on with this. When I put the plate cover on, I mean, right now it's, the claw is right up to the edge. When I countersink, it's going to be lower. So what I'm going to have to do is, on the second layer, I'm going to Dremel out some of the, you know, go down probably about 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. But what I'll do is I'll draw it out here. See, I got the 3 layers, the bottom layer, the middle layer, and then the top layer. The top layer is thick and the bottom 2 layers are about the same. Remember from the earlier video. So what I'll do here is I'll draw this out, draw out this cavity, and then I'll get my router, and then I'll router down about that much or so. And then actually I'm going to give a little bit more access here, cut away a little bit on this side, and angle it. So when you go to dive bomb or you go to pull up, you've you know, you've got a little bit more room than the standard. So if you wanted to, like, you know, do like a two-step bend, it'd be easier to do without altering the front face of the guitar and making it look kind of weird. So that's a good trick right there. So I'll cut that in an angle, you know, I'll cut away a little bit here, a little bit here, down there, so that way the bridge has room. But anyway, see you in the next step. Alright, change the location in the garage now. I'm gonna get a little dusty. But, okay, so I'm gonna route this down, and this is the bit that I use. It's just a clear away, tear away bit, just takes material away. And I've already scored this, and this is for the extra room, so you can get a two-step bend or dive and pull up. So yeah, I already scored this right here, so I'm going to Dremel it out, and then I'll get right back to you. Okay, how you doing? Just a quick recap of the work done today. Okay, we drilled the opening for the bridge. We set perfectly the 2 bridge posts on the back. 1 second. We countersunk. We installed and countersunk the back plate. Okay, and then on the second layer, we countersunk the claw and then I adjusted here I adjusted the gap on an angle so we can go like a full two or 3 steps when, you know, the landing bar both ways. So we got a lot accomplished today. Tomorrow what I'd like to finish up is do the wiring on the inside, open up the channel for the pickup cavity, and then route for all the wiring, figure out how to do the pedometer right here, which shouldn't be that difficult, but, you know, and then be able to wire it all through there, or, you know, channel it for wiring with the pedometer and then the input jack as well. But yeah, it's going along pretty good. I am tired. I've been at it for about 4 or 5 hours now, and I'm just beat. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, good morning everybody. How's everybody today? Beautiful day in Central Florida. Anyway, I just want to share all the progress that I did yesterday on this guitar, which was quite considerable considering I was so tired. Yeah, you know, this is the 3-layer, of course. So I did the posts and cut out the opening for the bridge. And let's see. Here's what it looks like in the back with the plate on the top layer. So that's the top layer. And then with the second layer, I cut through, and where the 2 posts are, I filled in a little bit because I did cut a little bit too deep. And then on the back, I'll show you, I recessed. And here's the back plate. And just flip this over real quick. And what I did, and you remember how I recessed for the neck plate, of course, the neck plate, which is cool. Cut for the bridge and for the springs, because when the bridge goes in there, actually this way, and then there's the springs that attach to it. So I cut out the cavity with the claw, and on the 2 layers, the top layer, I countersunk for the back plate,
which is right here, which is pretty cool. And that's going to go right there, and it's going to match that. And so I got everything cut out that way, which is really cool. I got a lot done yesterday, actually. Being how it was raining, I was working in the garage, so it was kind of a hard sight kind of thing. But I made it, I cut everything out, so I'm going to be able to get a full 2 to 3 whole step when I dive or when I pull up on the whammy bar, which is going to be really cool. And it's, you know, reminiscent of Eddie Van Halen, because he does a lot of whammy bar stuff. So my plan for today, what I want to accomplish today, is I want to cut for the pedometer. So the pedometer, oh, actually it's going to be up here. Cut out a channel and figure all that out for the pedometer. And just in case you're wondering about the 3 layers, when I did the pocket from before, let me show you. When I separated the 3 layers, actually I was able to, so I can do this one hand, see how I separated the body filler. And the body filler is pretty stout, pretty strong, so I was able to separate that really good and not have any effect. So, but yeah, that's a cool angle. Check that angle out. Wow. Okay, so yeah. So what the plan for today is to completely route for all the electronics, which is going to be the pedometer. So I'm going to route on the other side of this piece. And then the ground for the bridge is actually going to be on the claw side. It's going to go in the claw. This is usually where the ground wire goes. So I'll just have to drill a hole through the, what I'm going to do also, I'm going to open up, I'm going to mark and position the EMG 81 pickup for this guitar. So on the top layer, I'm going to cut out, I'm going to first, you know, figure out where it's going. I'm going to put the neck back on, and I'm going to, you know, get the strings out, and then I'm going to figure out the exact placement of the EMG. And I'm not sure if I'm going to just go with the EMG by itself without a pickup ring, or go with a pickup ring. I think I'll probably use a pickup ring, and it'll be black to match all the plastics, because I'm going with black plastics, chrome hardware, so I want to kind of all, you know, uniform. So what I'll do today is I'll reset that. I'll set that up. I'll cut that hole. I'll flip it over, and I'll bore for all the electronics. If you watch my past builds, you'll see I'll pencil out where everything's going to go. Then I'm going to figure out how to do the pedometer, because the pedometer is going to be right here, the single volume now. So I'll have to cut a space and then cut a pocket, or cut an opening where I can access it. And then I'll have to create an access panel on the back that's really kind of neat shaped. That'll go with this guitar, because you know, the lines and everything like that. So the pedometer access plate will be right here, and it'll be countersunk as well. But I want to make it so it's, you know, kind of square or angular. I might even just do this shape here and be able to access. And then when the pedometer is in there, the pedometer is going to be sticking out pretty much the end. So it's just going to be a hole there. It's not going to be like a regular input jack. And then I'll have to figure the input jack too, because the input jack's going to be here. But that I can tile that into the plate and access plate here. So there's going to be the plate here, the plate there, and then the plate for the access of that. But I want to accomplish all that today, and then possibly glue the whole guitar together. And seeing how it rained yesterday, I was planning on doing the graphic on the Doctor guitar today, but I might push it another day. Might do it tomorrow, just to let the paint dry. I mean, it's been a week, and this paint should be good to go. But when I start to work on the graphic, I'm going to have to lay this flat on a surface, and I don't want any impressions of whatever I lay it on embed into the paint, which I'm going to do a 2K clear coat over everything once I get everything completed. But anyway, back to the Hydra guitar. So that's what I have planned and accomplished today. And also on the neck of the Hydra guitar, this neck is recycled neck, like I've said before in a past video. But I'm gonna have to re-bore out these opening, open up these holes a little bit, because the tuners that were used on this neck were the cheapy tuners, and I'll have to fill in some of these holes. But yeah, I'll make it so you can't tell, noticeable. So what I'll do that when I set the neck, and before I go to the wood filler phase, I'm gonna want to install the bridge with the springs and a mock-up set of strings. I'll probably go with like a 9
gauge strings just to mock it up and see how everything is, and then drill in the claw and then see how it functions completely before I go to the wood filler and all that. But that'll be after the guitar pieces, the layers are already glued together. So then I'll have all that set up, so then the bridge will be good to go. So that's what I hope to accomplish today. I know it's a lot, but you know, it's still early in the morning. It's about 9 o'clock. And you know, it should take me, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 hours. I mean, I've done this many times, so it's just a matter of figuring out a cool way for the access panel and for the pedometer and the input jack. So, and active pickup. And I'm going to use the good input jack on this one, so that way it'll just, everything will be great. But anyway, I just can't wait to get to the paint. The paint's going to be the spark. And the unique design, and it being a little bit fatter. And, you know, it doesn't weigh that much per se, like I've said before on other guitars. So, I don't want any kind of neck dive issues and everything like that. And I've seen that the where he puts the strap buttons is definitely key on where the guitar will actually hang on your body. But anyway, just a chatty update of what I'm going to accomplish today. But I'll see you on the next step. Alright, good morning. Outside, ready to start today's work and activities. Beautiful day here in Central Florida. Sun is shining, birds are chirping, squirrels are out doing their thing, dogs are howling. Typical day in the neighborhood. So these are the tools that I'll be using. And this is, here, got my Dremel, got my glue, so we're good to go. So I'll show you the next step. I think the first step is I'm gonna do the BMG cavity. But we'll see. I'll catch up with you in a sec. Alright, we got our pickup hole drawn out and get ready to cut it out. Alright, see you in a sec. Alright, cut the hole, get ready to cut out with the saw. Alright, all queued up, ready to get cut out. Alright, successfully cut out the pocket, looking good. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, just checking the fit. Perfect. Alright, another update. On the center layer, I've cut out for the input jack. I've traced out and get ready to cut. So that's going to sit there, and it's going to go through the two layers, the middle layer and the bottom layer. And then what I'm going to do is, at first I'm going to cut out the center layer. I'm going to cut out for the pedometer switch here and give myself plenty of room, because it's actually going to go through the wall. So it's going to go like that. It's going to have enough room, and just the hole for the pedometer is going to go in there. But I got to have enough room to wire in here, and then I've got to figure for the 9-volt battery input there. So, but for right now, I'm just going to drill this out so that way the pedometer has, and then figure out the access panel. But I'm going to cut these two holes out and then be right back. Alright, cut out for the pedometer, and that should give it enough room. And where'd I put the pedometer? Here we go. So this should give it enough room when it's in there, and then I'll be able to access it through the cover that I'm going to install. But yeah, it'll have enough girth to catch there, and then the input jack right here in the center. And then I'll draw a hole. But I'll see you in the next step. Hey, just a quick update. Cut out for the 9-volt battery compartment in the rear plate. And then I got a countersunk line, so I'm going to go out and Dremel that so it's countersunk. And then I made a back plate for the access to the pedometer cavity. So it's right there. So that'd be cool. I'll countersink that too, so everything will be countersunk and look good. Alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, another quick update. I decided on the wiring diagram, and here's how everything's going to go. From the pickup, it's going to go to the pedometer pot, and then the input jack is going to also run here to the pedometer cavity, and so is the 9-volt battery compartment. And I'm going to be using this. And I already cut out the second layer. Let me show you all that real quick. My battery's kind of low, so I'm going to have to go put this on the charger. But here's the second layer. Where I already cut out for the 9-volt battery and the pedometer. I'll have to countersink this a little bit and countersink that a little bit, that we have accommodate for everything, and then of course countersink that to the right depth and everything. So here's the second layer.
and it has everything. And then the final layer, real quick update, and I'll knock all this stuff out and then I'll update you when I'm finished with all of it. Okay, so this is where the 9-volt battery compartment's going to drop through, and then I'm going to countersink it, so that's going to be countersunk. And then I already made the pedometer plate cover right there, and then that's going to be countersunk as well. So I'm going to countersink that, countersink the bottom, route all the wiring and everything like that, and then I'll get back to you before, and then we'll get ready to go into the glue phase. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, got a countersunk in there, looking good. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, got a countersunk. So. Alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, got everything channeled out, everything dremeled, everything, all the pass cut. I'm getting ready to cut for the pedometer hole, so it's going to be pretty cool. So this is where the pedometer is going to come out and poke out, and then, alright, we'll see you when that step's complete. Alright, got it cut out, battery's about to die, so put it on the charger, but there's the pedometer. It's going to be looking sweet. And then here's the cover. So there you go. And we'll be set just like that. Yeah, alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Hey, how's everybody going? Doing? The battery's charged a little bit. Alright, so we're now going to enter the glue phase. And what I decided, I'm going to sand, of course, in between layers, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the bottom layer, and I'm going to glue that to, well, actually, let me think. Yeah, I think I'll do the top layer. The way I'm going to have to do this is, and I think the best way to do it is with the top layer, glue that to the second layer, and then let that cure for a little while, and then glue the second layer to the third layer. That way, no problems for anything, you know. So, alright, I'll get back with you when I got the glue up on the first layer, get ready to go with the second layer, and I'll probably have my mask on because of these fumes, but I'll see you in a minute. Alright, gonna try to glue the first layer, the second layer. Alright, first layer is curing to the second layer. Get everything lined up perfectly. And usually what I do is I blow out all the channels just in case any glue happens to seep into the channels. Any glue gets caught up in the, because you know, once the channel, if the channels were to get, you have to snake them out, almost drill them out like a roto-rooter. But anyway, it looks pretty good. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, here we go, going layers 2 to 3. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, another update. I got layers 2 to 3, and 1 to 2, and 2 to 3. So all layers are good, and we're letting them cure. And do a little sanding on this side. It's hanging over just a hair, but that's all good. And yeah, sometimes when the glue sets, it's, you know, it throws it off just a hair. But when the sanding comes in and everything like that, it makes it perfect. But anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Hey, another update on the Hydra guitar. All pieces have been successfully joined, and it is looking awesome. Yeah, this guitar is bad. It is sweet. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Bondo body filler, my trusty friend, and fill in all the big voids. You know, like the screw holes I used, and you know, these voids, and try to level this as much as possible. The screw holes and you know, the holes I used initially to screw them together. And if there's any voids in the sides, like this one right here, and any kind of like larger, somewhat gaps between the layers, I'll put some filler in there. But yeah, it is looking pretty sweet, and I like the shape, and I like the weight of it. I like the girth of it. It's going to be great. And like I said, with that bridge, being able to go 2.5, 3 steps either way, it's going to be sweet. But anyway, I'll show you the next step when I get all the filler on there. Hey, another quick update. Okay, I got all the body filler in place. Gonna let this body filler harden, which doesn't take that long at all actually. And then sand that, and then we'll go to the wood filler phase already. So we made a lot of progress today. You know what, I might add a little lip there just for, but yeah, let me show you the front. Back's still drying a little bit, so yeah, it wasn't too bad up front. Once this dries, I'll sand it and then start with the wood grain filler, and it'll be pretty killer. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, how's everybody doing? Another update today. A lot done. Got most of it done to the wood grain ugly stage. So let me show you around what I did today. Of course, you know, if I link all these videos together, you'll see everything I've done. But yeah, it's looking pretty killer. Glued all three bodies together. Then I did the Bondo, the body filler on the sides here. If any, you know, abnormalities, any openings, crevices, whatever, fill it in there. And then sanded all that smooth. So yeah, it is looking really good. This guitar is really awesome. I'm really surprised how much I like this guitar. I mean, it's gonna be killer. Yeah, I sanded this time. I took a little extra time and sanded the back smoother than I would before with the wood there, just because I want to see if I want to, you know, when I go to the stage, the wood grain stage and the sanding, if it makes a difference. So I'm sure it will. And I, you know, put the wood filler in there and sanded it really good, and then countersunk everything. But everything's routed out. Everything's installed. It's just, we're to the wood grain phase now, so it's going to go through the ugly phase where I put the wood grain filler in there, the wood filler, like I like to do. And I will show you that when I get to that stage. But yeah, it's looking good. Look at that. Yeah, the Hydra. Eddie Van Halen Hydra electric guitar. And routing the pedometer was actually a pretty cool experience. Really kind of neat figuring out, problem solving that, because you know, I'd never done something like that before, and you know, to have it turn out as good as it did, it's just really cool. Because, you know, the access panel be plenty of room, and then when I wire everything together, like I said, everything countersunk and everything looks good. So just can't get the wait to get some of the bright yellow paint. That's going to be unusual. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, we'll see when I do the wood filler. Alright, cut me out some wood filler. As everybody is well aware, I use the plastic wood filler, all purpose. And you know, I dilute it from its original thickness consistency. This is how it comes. Well, this one's a little bit harder. I think this is like the older stock one, but the consistency of that. Then I put some in my mixing bowl. Oops. Get my mixing bowl and then water, and then I dilute it with water to a certain consistency, and then I, you know, mix it up, and then I start applying with fan brush. But I'll show you that in a second. All right, got me a batch mixed up here. Pretty good consistency. And as always, I got my fan brush, and we're gonna start applying coats. Probably on the back, I'll probably do about 6 to 8 coats, and in the front, probably about 3 or 4. But we'll take a look. Usually, like I said, get the fan brush, get a little bit of on here, and just start applying. Yeah, as simple as that. This is actually my favorite part, believe it or not. I don't know why, but to apply the wood grain filler like that and see it transform from being such a rough thing to something like really refined, it's just really awesome. But yeah, this is I wish I could film this whole thing. I should one of these days I'm going to set it up on a tripod, and then do all these steps hands-free. That way you can see my method, you know, if you're interested, of course. I mean, just what I've developed over a while here. So but okay, yeah, I'll put a few coats on there, and I'll check back with you soon. Alright, got the first coat on there. It's wood filler. Gonna let this dry for a while. A little drip there. And we'll let it dry for a few hours, and then apply another coat. But yeah, it's looking cool. It's like kind of a preview of the color, I guess. Alright, we'll see you soon. Good early morning, everybody. I just want to do another quick update on the Hydra Eddie Van Halen Hydra electric guitar build. One of these days I'm gonna learn how to say that properly. But yeah, the wood grain filler stage is complete. I put probably around quite a few on this one. Just I want to make this see if I can make this finish absolutely the best I've done yet. And it's looking awesome. Got everything done. Weather permitting, I'll probably be sanding the smooth today. We'll see how it goes. I was up every couple hours or so and put another coat on there. Yeah, let me show you. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, this look, as you know, I mean, I always say, but I have to say it's the ugly phase. So it's the wood grain filler there, and it does make it look ugly until I smooth it out and make it look good. But yeah, look at this thing. This thing is crazy. That shape is that's just nuts. I mean, I see the way how Eddie Van Halen loved this guitar, because look at the access. I mean, the access to the higher frets is just unbelievable. And with the way I got the trem set, like I've said over and over again, you're going to be able to dive, and you know, you're gonna go up and down at least 3 octaves, I can imagine, or not octave, but 3 steps. So let me turn it over here, and look at the back, how good everything looks. And that's just awesome. I mean, everything countersunk. Can't wait to sand this smooth and put some paint on there. Actually, the paint I'm going to use on this one, let's see if I can find it, dig it out. I didn't have it prepared, but the yellow paint, that's gonna look killer. Yeah, here we go. This is the paint that I'm going to use. That's going to be cool. Yeah, sun yellow. Ooh. Yeah, taxi cab yellow is what they're calling it on the internet. But yeah, that's gonna be awesome. But just wanted to give you a quick little update before I sand it and everything. I'll do another video outside before I sand it and all, you know, all the process and everything like that. But yeah, look at that thing. That is just so awesome. I mean, I might even do a second one of these and paint it some weird color, like do a glitter finish or do some sort of holographic finish or something. But yeah, that'd be really cool. But anyway, just wanted to show you real quick, catch everybody up. All right, we'll see you soon.